Hello and welcome to Mindset Mondays with DTK. Let's see, this is episode number 153 in an ongoing series of live broadcasts designed for folk with a growth mindset or folk who'd like to develop one. More importantly, crafted for folk who are already committed to getting better at being who they be, who they are at their core, and they're not distracted by merely getting better at doing what they do. Whew. Okay, another fun one today, actually. Um, this is interesting. I love the quote itself, but then the piece that I intro it with on the email that goes out to announce this, I'm absolutely certain that certainty is bad. Look, our brains are wired to perceive uncertainty as bad, as a threat to our survival. We are wired to seek out certainty wherever we can find it. And we actually prefer certainties, no matter how uncomfortable or painful that certainty, that truth may be, to the unknown or the uncertain. Yet certainty and confidence are overrated enemies of creativity. Without awareness of this idea, I ignore facts, reasoning, and arguments, however compelling, that threaten certainty. So it's sort of like we're living in a tendency towards certainty addiction. And that shows up in many, many areas of our lives, not just the obvious ones of politics and even religion or spirituality. Remaining deeply entrenched in certainties leaves people unwilling or unable to question them. Our certainty leaves us trapped. And that's why what I'm playing with this week, and I'll turn off this banner because I can. That's why what I'm playing with this week is this, that certainty is a cruel mindset. It hardens our minds against possibility. I've never thought of a mindset, that a mindset could be cruel inherently. But I think that's kind of why I love this one. Again, certainty is a cruel mindset. It hardens our minds against possibility. And isn't that what we need right now more than anything? Possibility. Certainty addiction. Yeah. Philippa, certainty addiction. Yeah, I love the term, hate the concept, right? Because those willing to do the deep work of questioning, they've got to bring the wisdom of doubt to bear on all the certainties in our beliefs. How else are we to unearth possibilities previously hidden by our certainty addiction, our proclivity to wanting a rock solid answer? Once we're trapped by certainty, we close ourselves off and question our own beliefs and assumptions. We close ourselves off to the internal dialogues that could save us. That's when we stop listening to others. That's when our conversations become about convincing and we abandon alignment in favor of agreement. That's when we listen to win or listen to fix. Both of those options suck. They further cement us in the sense that we know better than everyone else. Look, when I find myself feeling right, and the feeling of righteous indignation coming up with it, when I feel myself right, which inherently has me seeing others as wrong, that's the dead giveaway. I ask myself, what do I believe? And not the surface answer. There's a difference between what do I believe and what is it of which I'm certain. No. What do I believe at my core? That allows me to shift out of the mindset of knowing and creates space for other new beliefs. And all that we need to do, All that I need to do, all that any of us needs to do is create that space first. Second step is, where could I be wrong? All right, but the way I ask it is, where am I wrong? One of the things you've heard me talk about in these broadcasts is I believe that the fundamental first question of leadership should always be, what part of this problem am I? What part of this situation am I? What part of the success or failure am I? What part of this am I? As a leader, if we start pointing fingers without being clear where our role is, well, there's a reason that blame throwing and credit hoovering are an essential part of corporate culture or human culture. When I take ownership of a role in the moment and open up room for shift, I welcome uncertainty and expose my underlying assumptions that have led me into this quicksand of certainty. I say quicksand because it's easy to sink into it, but it's unbelievably hard to extricate oneself from it. The quicksand of certainty. And last comes the listen to connect or listen to learn, to suspend my judgment. For those of us that are playing with the body of work, positive intelligence, not just to suspend my judgment, but to lean into blameless discernment and let the understanding of the issue at hand be shaped by my core beliefs and impacted or influenced by those of the others involved. This is how I release myself from that quicksand of certainty and certainty addiction. Here's a really uncomfortable truth that's part of all this. Certainty, if taken to its extreme, this is from an interview with Anne Bogart, an American stage director. Certainty, when taken to its extreme, always ends in violence. I think that our bafflement right now is healthy. And I think our disorientation is healthy. After 9/11, she quoted Leonard Bernstein, who said, an artist's response to violence is to make more intense music. To make more intense music. It's talking about a way to use our platform and use it responsibly. We all have a platform. We all have an expanse of an impact footprint, no matter how narrow or wide it is. So, whatever one's platform, when we can make sure that we create an intense experience rather than a mild one. And said she believes at the depth of her soul that certainty is bad. In fact, she's the one who had that quote, I'm absolutely certain that certainty is bad. It's too often that the certain and the confident cling to things they know long after they've outlived or outlasted their utility and benefit. Ooh, play that again. It's far too often that the certain and the confident cling to things they know long after they've outlived their usefulness. Here, I want that on the screen. So I'm going to add that. Far too often, the certain and the confident cling to the things they know long after they've outlived their utility and benefit. That piece really struck me. So I go back to that question. Where are you trapped by your certainty? Where am I trapped by my certainty? Again, that's the difficulty of all this. Certainty is a cruel mindset. It hardens our minds against possibility. This is such a powerful piece right now as we look toward the future, as we come into the next new abnormal of this pandemic, of the cultural spasms happening across the globe. The things about which we're certain keep us locked in these intractable situations. There is no unity where certainty addiction thrives. There's absolutely no possibility for it. Tootie, that's the same reaction I had. Phew, where am I trapped by my uncertainty? It's an uncomfortable question. And I've been rattling around with this for days. And I realize I have the angry tentacles of certainty reaching up to grab me in so many areas, whether it's about programming that I'm launching, it's about what I believe is impactful about my work, my book, who are the people that I want to work with. And in some cases, I'm on target. In some cases, I'm wildly off target, but I don't know, and I don't know that. I can't assess it until I ask the question, what is it that I'm certain about? And I invite you to ask yourself the same question. What is it that you're certain about? Because Mark Silverman, you're right. Certainty isn't helpful. And yet we cling to it. Yeah. One of the things I've played with here is the peril of uncertainty and confidence is that we'll remain stuck in and with a status quo that serves too few. What we culturally need right now, and what people that are curious and courageous, creating new ideas, new systems and structures that seek to enhance the lives of everyone. In other words, to turn our impact footprint to a wider dial setting, to seek to impact not just ourselves and not just those in our immediate sphere, but to expand beyond what we can see and touch right now and seek to impact more people around us in a positive way. New ideas, new systems, and new structures seek to enhance the lives of everyone. And so that's what the opportunity is: certainty or curiosity, confidence or courage. That's what our choice is, right? This is our choice: certainty or curiosity, confidence or courage. What do you choose? The cruel mindset of certainty or curiosity and courage? Philip is saying curious and courageous, bold and fearless people. Yes, we need these people as we break out of this pandemic. And Philip, it's even as we endure this new abnormal, this phase of the pandemic. We need the curiosity and the courage. This is what is being called forth right now. And not only is it important for us to answer that call, but for us to pass that call along. So I'm excited for how things are shaping up in my world shed, as I climb out of the quicksand of certainty and remind myself of that daily. So that's the invitation, to remind yourself on a daily basis, to extract yourself from the quicksand of certainty addiction and climb onto the solid ground of curiosity and courage. Now is the time. Come with me. So, as always, between now and next week, before I go, no, I have something else to share. Yes, not only can you definitely come to facebook.com/group/Mindset Monday to continue this conversation, or to mindsetmondayswithdtk.com to learn more about the book. I've taken Mindset Mondays with DTK, the year-long program, and created an opportunity for live coaching, a private live coaching group, where I've designed it to create 52 weeks of mindset shift in 52 days, using the 7 themes that run through the Mindset Mondays with DTK book. I'd invite you to come to 52 weeks in 52 days and learn more about what I am putting out into the world, the new systems and structures that are designed to improve the lives of those who choose to step in. So come play. And between now and next week, what mindset will you choose?